Hello, I'm Julie Davis, County Local Studies Librarian at the Wiltshire and Swindon History Centre. And I don't know about you, but what I really love about reading is to find more about the past. And certainly in terms of Wiltshire's past, the Local Studies collection at the Wiltshire and Swindon History Centre is an amazing place to start. And I don't know whether you know, but every library in Wiltshire also has its own Local Studies collection. There are so many books to choose from, I tell you, I just keep reading, and they're all fantastic. But one that really jumped out in my mind was about the Second World War, and it was by the renowned author Edith Olivier. Now, she lived in Wilton pretty much all her life. She writes quite a few books, but this particular one was written in 1943, Night Thoughts of a Country Landlady. Now, it was supposedly written about a lady called Miss Emily Nightingale, who was meant to be a landlady, unsurprisingly. There's some fascinating points in it. Edith writes so wonderfully. She's brilliant at actually drawing you into the narrative. And she writes colourfully and humorously, and it's just a joy to read her books, it really is. So this particular one is actually really well illustrated as well. So this is the one here. And this is the 1943 copy that we do have available to lend here at the library, and you can also borrow it out of any Wiltshire library. But the particular point I love about it, the best part I think, is when she talks about queues, queues for the bus and queues for shopping. So she talks about the groups of ladies that have to wait for the bus to take them to town so that they can get their rations. And these buses were always massively oversubscribed. So they were queuing and they weren't even sure where they'd get on the bus. And it's all about the disappointments of when the bus goes flying by and they can't get on it. She talks about how the queues were quite happy and friendly to start with, and then over time they got less cordial. And about the shopping bags that she says were jazzy and colourful and bright at the beginning of the war, but soon ended up getting tired and cheerless. I think, and the tedium of the war, it's just that allegory of the tedium of the war coming into her writing too. It's a really fascinating sort of discussion and just a view of life during that time, and I just found it a lovely book to read.